Welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish, and we're doing another audio-only version of the show. It's been a couple weeks, and I know it's a little late, but do a little bit of my reaction to Wrestlemania and where I think things might be leading to. Let's see. We had, to start things off, the Saturday night show, we had Jey Uso defeating Gunther, much to the delight of my son, who, like a lot of kids, is big on the whole Jey Uso gimmick. Not sure I'm crazy about this. I think Jey Uso is going to get... The gimmick's going to get real old real quick, I think. But as long as they're making money, they're going to milk that cash cow as long as they can. So, my question is where they go with Gunther from this. I mean, because they've already kind of moved on to something, hinting at something between Logan Paul and Jey Uso, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, where does this leave Gunther? Probably going to take him off of TV, I guess, for a little while. And probably return him to get the belt off of Jey, I'm thinking. Because I don't see how long Jay's going to be able to sustain any type of run with this. I don't know. I just don't think he has a promo ability, and I don't think he really, as a singles wrestler, has the ability. Although they did put on a good match, which just kind of goes to prove that Gunther can put on a great match with anybody. Don't get me wrong, Jey Uso, I think, is one of the best tag team wrestlers I've ever seen. The Usos were awesome. In this modern age of wrestling, they're great. Excuse me. But in some ways, I'm almost feeling like Jimmy is a better promo than Jey, and doing better in some ways. I liked his interaction with Gunther. It was passionate. I believed it, and he cut better promos, I think, than his brother Jey did. So I think this is going to be a short run, but I think people are going to get tired of the yeet gimmick real quickly. But the kids are still buying it up. I just think that this feels like a high mid-card guy in Jey Uso. He kind of reminds me of like a Coco Beware type thing. I don't know if putting the belt on him was the right thing, but then again, Gunther's already beaten him, 3 times previously, 3 or 4. So it kind of makes sense. They kind of almost had to have him win at that point, But yeah, we'll see where this goes from here. I think the Jey Uso train is gonna run out of steam pretty quickly. New Day defeats the War Raiders, new champions. This one really didn't interest me out much, and it sucks because I'm kind of feeling the War Raiders, but the New Day gimmick too is just kind of running out of steam. But hoping they go a little bit of a different direction with this. Had Jade Cargill defeating Naomi. You had to see this coming, and you knew Naomi was going to milk a great match out of this and carry Jade. I'm really hoping that they worked on Jade's wrestling skills in the time that she was off camera. But, it was a good WrestleMania moment. I'm really liking this new version of Naomi. I think Naomi has been kind of underrated with a lot of stuff she's done. And this new version, I'm really liking a lot, and I hope she kind of runs with it. It kind of loses a little bit of steam because she should have cheated or something to beat Cargill, but I think that would have sustained her momentum a little bit better. But I think they're just trying to build Jade Cargill up to the moon and back, and at the expense of Naomi. But Cargill looks like $1 million, and she's got superstar written all over her. So they want to strike while the iron's hot. So it kind of makes sense from a business standpoint. Excuse me. Jacob Fatu being LA Knight, I think they pulled the trigger on Fatu a little bit too early. I kind of wish they kept the belt on Knight a little bit longer. I don't know why they have zero faith in LA Knight. It bothers me a lot. We had a Grande Americano defeating Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix with his WrestleMania debut. He knew this was going to be a good match. Phoenix he's still a little sloppy. He's got to work on interacting with WWE wrestlers a little bit better. That's why he kind of works much better as a tag team wrestler, and I hope they do get the Lucha Brothers back together at some point down the road. But his brother's looking a lot better, even though Phoenix, man, he can pull off some high spots, but he's still very sloppy in the ring. That's kind of contributing. I attribute that, I should say, to that whole luchador wrestling style. I mean, watch any CMLL, and there's some sloppy stuff going on there too. But we had Tiffany Stratton defeating Charlotte Flair. I knew they were going to go this route. Tiffany's still very green, and I think she would have gotten would have gotten a lot more of a pop if they had taken the belt off of her and had her chase Charlotte. So I'm not sure I like that. They were going for the feel good moments. I get that, and they did that a lot with this particular WrestleMania. But I'm not sure they made the right decision there. We had the triple threat match. With Seth Rollins defeating Roman Reigns and CM Punk. With the assistance of Paul Heyman. Why? Why are they gonna push Rollins? I mean, I know they're starting this new faction with him and Braun Breaker. I don't think Breaker needs Heyman, and if they were gonna pair him off with Heyman, why do it with Rollins? Man, I don't like the chemistry between those Rollins and Breaker. I don't like this at all. I don't. I'm sorry. We had Stephanie kicking off Sunday night for WrestleMania, a triple threat women's world championship match with Io Sky defeating Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I'm having a real I like Io Sky, but I'm having a real hard time getting behind this whole run. And they made her look strong by beating Rhea and Bianca, but I'm having a hard time supporting her. Sorry. It's anytime a wrestler whose first language is not English, it gets pushed like this, it's difficult to get over. You got to tell a really good story, and I think they're kind of dropping the ball and failing with that. You know, we had a Sensei street fight with Drew McIntyre defeating Damian Priest. What does this really do? Drew wins a match. I guess that's what it does. I mean, he hasn't won one in a while, so it reestablishes him, but just kind of pushes Damian Priest further down the totem pole. Fatal four-way between Dominic Mysterio versus Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Penta, with Dominic getting the belt. This is really interesting. It makes me think that they're going to elevate Breaker to, kind of main event status and have him go for a heavyweight championship, which I like. I do. And with Heyman as his mouthpiece, that could work. That could work. I just want Rollins out of the picture. Excuse me. And Dominic getting a belt, I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm pretty okay with that. I think it's about time. We had a Randy Orton waiting for his surprise almost said partner, sorry. His surprise opponent, which turned out to be Joe Hendry. Did not see this coming. This was cool. I enjoyed this. Hendry got to have a WrestleMania moment. It was kind of history making, I should say. Excuse me, with kind of a TNA and WWE crossover. Do I think this makes TNA look bad? No, I think Hendry had a good showing, and Orton kind of paid his respect to him. So doing his thing at the end, doing all that. I mean, it brought attention to Hendry. It brought attention to TNA. So I don't think he lost anything. And losing to a legend like Randy Orton, who's been multi-time world champion, I don't think it tarnishes him at all. So we had Logan Paul defeating AJ Styles. You knew this was going to be a good match. You knew AJ and Logan were going to pull this one out. I kept waiting for some kind of thing with Karrion Kross, though, which never came about, and I'm really disappointed with that, because I thought that he was going to play some kind of factor in this. That bothered me a lot. Really did. So I don't want to say it was wasted, because it was great athletic match, but I thought they could have furthered the storyline with Kross a little bit more. He he cut a great promo afterwards. Kevin Castle would have been proud. But I think they wasted them. I don't want to say wasted, but wasted potential for a great moment there. I think they could have done something, created a really good storyline there. So we had Lyra Valkyria versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, with Becky Lynch making a surprise appearance. Much to the delight of my wife, who is a huge Becky Lynch fan, popped big time for it, and it was cool seeing Becky Lynch again. That was the type of things that WrestleMania was made for. Moments like that where they make surprise returns like that. It was really cool. It was later revealed that Becky was the one who attacked Bailey, and creating friction between her and Lyra, and looks like they're going to compete for Lyra's title. So sets up a feud between Becky and Lyra. They're obviously trying everything they can to elevate Lyra Valkyria, which I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine with that. I really am. I want her to have more of a backstory, more of a character. I haven't yet seen the promo that she cut against Becky, so I can't comment on that. It sounds like she was it was probably one of the best promos of her career from everything I'm reading. But this could potentially make Lyra into a much bigger player and help her along. She's really good in the ring. I mean, she has a good look and everything. I just, like I said, I need to develop her character a lot more, because everybody kind of describes her as the bird lady, the bird girl, and that's about it, So nobody really understands where her character is. I don't understand where her character is at this point myself. We had an appearance from Stone Cold, popping the crowd, almost killing somebody with the quad. That was interesting. Everybody loves Stone Cold, myself included, so that was fun. Next we had the match pretty much everybody's been waiting for, was Rhodes versus Cena. Good match. Cena playing the heel the entire time. I didn't expect this to be a real technical match. I did expect maybe a few more moves from Cena, but I think maybe the lack of moves kind of contributes to his role as a heel. And with the appearance of the his name eludes me. I'm sorry, the rapper that ruptured Cody's eardrums. I'm sorry, I don't follow this guy. He just came off as such an ass that I really don't care, to tell you the truth. But he came down to the ring, interfered, and helped Cena win. So and Cena obviously got the belt, unfortunately, and setting up a feud with Randy Orton, which I'm okay with a feud with Randy Orton, because those two had such classic clashes, and I think they could really do something good this time around. And I think it's only appropriate that having Randy contribute so much to his career, that it's appropriate that he is part of the final leg of Cena's career and helps to retire him. So I think that's the way to go. And I really think I like that decision. So putting the belt off, or taking it off of Rhodes, I'm not sure it's the best decision, but it does fuel the heat that Cena's getting right now. A coworker of mine even mentioned, is this gonna be resulting in a heel turn for Cody Rhodes? Great question. From a storyline, he made a great point, and it sounded pretty good. But I'm just wondering, TKO is so marketing and merchandising oriented. Would they want to lose those merchandise sales from Rhodes? Because a lot of his fan base is younger, children. Would would that be an issue? I don't know. Would it hurt their their revenue? And that's the main thing I think that you got to look at. Do I think it'd be interesting from a story standpoint? Yeah, it would be. I think it would be. He can finally have his Homelander moment. Be that heel. That he was kind of alluding to sometimes in AEW. So could it be good? Yeah. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Because I think they could probably market Cody coming up against Cena would probably be more marketable and getting that maybe back, at SummerSlam. Most of the matches have been set for Backlash, and is Backlash one night or 2 nights, man? I know one of the big ones is going to be 2 nights, and oh wow. I'm trying to see where is Backlash? I don't even know. That's sad. May 10th, 2025. Where is that going to be? Missouri. Not too far from me. Not too far at all. But it's going to be Saturday, and if I'm not mistaken, SummerSlam 2 nights again. Oh man, I can't do this. This is killing me. I can't keep up with this stuff. It's the reason why I'm doing audio-only podcasts right now. I just don't have time to keep up with any of this. But yeah, so we pretty much got the Backlash card set, and we're gearing up for SummerSlam too. So some interesting things happening, I should say. That's kind of all I want to go with right now. Trying to jar my memory, see if there's anything else I really want to discuss. That's kind of the state of wrestling right now. I really don't even want to mention AEW, and that's horrible. Just because I haven't watched an episode in so long, and has been all that much news coming out of there. But WWE looks like they had some releases. I totally forgot about this. Had some releases, and it looks like they also signed Miro / Rusev and Malachi Black. I am stoked about both of those signings, and real happy. I love Malachi Black. I like Miro. I like I even like the stuff he did in AEW. Both of them. Looks like they released Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance. Sorry. There were other ones. There were NXT. I know Gigi Dolan, Riley Osborne, Eddie Thorpe, Jakara Jackson, Gillis, which was, Oro Mensa. Wow, I have no idea who this is. I'm sorry, I don't watch NXT. Javier Bernal. The only one I'm really familiar with is Gigi Dolan. They hadn't done anything really much with her anyway. Braun Strowman kind of surprised me because I know he said some really stupid things in the past. But he's done pretty much everything they've wanted him to do, and he helped elevate Jacob Fatu really big time. So that one kind of surprised me a little bit because I think he could help elevate more talent, but still to this day, I don't think they know how to properly use big men in WWE. It's kind of disheartening, but I'm wondering if he was just a nuisance backstage, and that's why they kind of got rid of him, because I know he said some really stupid things in the past, but Dakota Kai, she's been kind of aimless. I know they tried to kind of do a run with her and then kind of held back. not real surprising. I mean, she kind of got lost in the shuffle, so not too surprising. Shayna Baszler, I don't think she was happy when they broke up that faction of hers, and she's another one kind of aimless. So that one's not shocking right there. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, nothing real, absolutely shocking there. Like I said, the other ones, I wish I could say more. I thought there was more too. Jeez. I don't think this is an updated list. Let me see if I can find anything else. So I could have sworn they had some other stuff going on. Let me double check. Let me click another listing here, see if I can get any more names. No, that's the ones I get. Yeah, like I said, nothing. Cora Jade, that was the one that kind of shocked me. That one kind of surprised me. That one, I don't think she was coming along as quickly as they had hoped with her. I think she was still a little green. I think they were hoping more out of her. I think that wasn't she the one who was she the one who had ties to like CM Punk? And a lot of people are saying some stupid things about that, like he's gonna lose his mind backstage, but I seriously doubt that. Yeah, and they even have a reaction that Punk had about an hour ago. See what this is. Let's see. Of course, my computer's loading real slowly. He had some encouraging comment for her. I don't see anything angry there. So, yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. Not sure where we're going to go with the show. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this back on track timing-wise and with the production and whatnot. But right now, we're just kind of really pressed for time. I've got a ton of things going on right now, and it's not allowing me to do things to the full extent that I'd like to. But I think things will settle down soon. Possibly, we'll try to get things back on track. What was I gonna say? Brain fog. It's a wonderful thing. Yes. But we could also possibly, during the downtime of wrestling, I might be focusing on some other topics too. So that could be some interesting things. Maybe bring some some music in more, some just random stuff that interests me, and might be bringing that in to kind of during some of the slower times with wrestling. But now that Wrestlemania season is over, we're gonna have to kind of start from scratch and start building all over again. So it's gonna be some shaky, maybe even some boring moments. So we'll try to fill that space with some other interesting topics. So, but aside from that, though, thank you, everybody. Wow, I am really bad. This is how tired I am. I'm sorry. I woke up about 1, could not get back to sleep today. But in case you can't hear my voice, but yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. God bless. I want to send a shout out to Then and Now, who did the outdoor flea market today in Trenton too, to kind of coincide with the Teapot Festival parade, which I'm not even sure if it still went on. I was working today and it rained really heavy at one point, so not sure how that was. But if anybody did venture out in there, hopefully it was a good parade. Always entertaining. I know my family loves it. So yeah, a shout out to them. Check us out on crushingkayfabe.com. Check us out on Patreon. Sorry, become a patron there for just $1. Please check us on YouTube, all the places we are, and I'm looking at possibly even starting to upload stuff to my own personal Patreon too, because I have a Patreon there that is devoted to my music. I might start uploading some of these episodes there too. So if you want to check it out there, you can do that too. But yeah, like I said, everyone, God bless. Thank you for tuning in, and be safe, everyone. All right.